Hey, Ag Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. It is a weekend planting day. So we've got about 400 baskets to get in the ground, and we're still waiting to get back into our official grow house. So that's put us a little bit behind schedule. We were supposed to be planting baskets all week this week in our greenhouse class, and unfortunately that didn't get to happen. So that means I come up on some weekends, I get some plants in the ground, and then we hang them in our very, very, very crowded little research greenhouse. I can hang about 50 baskets in there, and so we're going to do the best we can. At least we'll be 50 baskets ahead before we head into this next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit about this planting process and kind of how I go through and I do that. And, you know, you can fill it in with the other half dozen videos I have on planting baskets. But anyway, let's get over here to our planting area. I'll kind of show you how that goes and walk you through the whole process, and you'll be able to see that. And some of you that are waiting for your baskets just may get to see your basket built. So let's go on over to the planting table, and I'll show you how it goes. So one of the things that's special about the way I do my baskets is I actually have planting lists that I work off of. And with this is a standard planting list where I list what plants are going to be in the basket, what style the basket is. Up here, usually when a student designs it, it'll have a student's name up here. In this case, we're using the form for our baskets for our pre-sale. Down here is planting diagrams, and let's see if I can fill this one out real quick so that you can see. So the way that planting diagram goes, I kind of filled that one in real quick, is the plants that are in the mix are listed here by number. So Crazytunia, Blackberry Cheesecake, Crazytunia, Blackberry Cheesecake, Lemonberry Petunia, Solar Tower Black, Ipomea, and Bacopa Big Blue. So what I do is I take those numbers and I put them in my diagram so that when one of my students takes these or one of my worker takes these, they know where those plants are supposed to go in that basket. In this case, when we're designing a basket like this, we are going to put some of the plants in specific locations for very special reasons. So 1 and 2 here are our Crazytunia Blackberry Cheesecake. These are our basically the driving plants behind this basket, and we're going to put them opposite of one another on the basket. The odd man out for this is actually our Lemonberry Petunia. So that Lemonberry Petunia is going to go in the middle. It's more of an upright or mounding petunia, so it's going to go right in the center where it can flow out on the edges as need be. The Solar Tower Black, which is number 4 over here, we always want to put the Ipomea near the side because that's our long trailer. That can get down 4 or 5, even 6 feet by the end of the season in nice warm areas. Then our Bacopa Big Blue, this is a shorter trailer, only gets about 18 inches long, so we're going to put him right along the side and allow him to flow down in amongst the other petunias here, and he's going to use part of that for his shade. So there's our diagram for our 12-inch pot, which is this right here. Those are the items, so we're going to go ahead and build this. Now, I've only got 2 of this mix left to go, so I'll show you both of those, and I'll leave this off to the side as we work. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of pinching here to get those back under control. Throw those out of the way, and then we're going to grab our other plants. Okay, so this is our Lemonberry, and this is the Blackberry Cheesecake. We have our Ipomea Solar Tower Black, and we have our Bacopa Big Blue. So we're going to go ahead and put all of these in here. So again, I'm going to kind of remove a little bit of soil so I can have some depth there, some freeboard along the edge. With these, since we're using patented plant material, all of the tags do get put in each pot after we're done. So double squeeze on that. This is the Lemonberry Cheesecake, going to go right in the center. And I'm going to line up the flat on this pot with the space in between my 2 brass eyelets on my pot. You can kind of see those here. So I'm going to line those up there. And then I'm going to start working around the pot with the next items. This Bacopa is a little out of control, so we're going to go ahead and just pinch the ends off of that one so we can get it to fill out a little bit more, and that'll make it a little bit fuller as we go. So there we go, a little bit of a pinching there. These really should have had another pinch, but because we weren't in our growing space, getting in there to actually do the pinching is a little bit more difficult. Okay, so this is an odd man out, so we want to put something also that's odd opposite of that one. So we're going to go ahead and put our solar tower black opposite of that one. Okay, so that's going to go right in there. We're going to make sure that soil level leaves about 1 inch to 1.25 inches from the surface, so that when we add water, it doesn't have an issue. Now, this is one of the pots that I had come in, and it did not have tags for this plant. I don't know where they were, but this did come in without those. I got double of some tags and none of some others, so that's going to go in there. All right, okay, so I've got my 5 plants lined up, and I'm going to start adding my soil. So when I do that, I'm going to get this one a little deeper. We'll take a little bit of soil off there. That'll allow that go to a little deeper. Go ahead and add our extra soil. Then as I put that in there, I'm going to move my plant material back to where it goes, and come in with my next little handful. And I'm not packing in the soil, I'm allowing it to fall loosely. So there we go. There's a little bit more soil there. I'm leaving about that 1.25 inch freeboard on that. All right, so just a gentle hand to lift the plant material, put our soil in there. We'll take all of our tags that we have for these. So it goes back in the tray. Okay, so all of those that we have go right in our pot. And then we're also going to give a little bit of a trim off the solar tower, so it also will start going. Next, we're going to take our hanger. We're going to put our finger right there at the pre-bent section, bend it a little bit more than 90 degrees, and then go through and spread this all out. Okay, when you're putting in a wire hanger, I think I've got a video on this somewhere, but this goes in, you protect your plant, comes out, around, and back in. So it does a 180-degree turn. And then I just kind of work around my basket the whole way. Same deal, move the plant material out, put the hanger through the brass eyelet, out, around, back in. There it is. Out, around, back in. Out, around, and back in. So there we go. There is one of our baskets planted up. And this one, I gave them all fun names. This one is called Just Desserts. Okay, so I gave them catchy names. Also, so my students can begin to recognize those. We can say, yeah, we need another Just Desserts. We need a Red, White, and True. We need a Waterfall of Flowers. But those are just the names of the mixes that we put together. But there you go. There is a Just Desserts basket. I've got 5 of these to do for our pre-sale. This is number 4. I've got number 5 next to me. We'll go ahead and do that one, and I'll show you that whole process as we do that again. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do another one of these. We're going to start that off, of course, in the center with our lemon berry. So again, our dessert theme for the dessert named basket. Go ahead and put this in the center, the flat towards the open spot in between the eyelets. I'm going to go ahead and also give this a light prune real quick. Make sure that this will respond well once we get it in. Get all that plant material we removed out of the way. All right, put this in here to the flat, tuck that down. Now, some people often see my videos and they ask me, why in the world do I grow in 4-inch first and then transplant up to a bigger basket? Part of that is because when you're dealing with plant material that is small plants can only drink small amounts of water. So if you have your small plants in too big of a container, then they're not able to consume all the water in the pot and not cycle that moisture out, and then you get problems with mold, botrytis, damping off, which again I struggled with this year anyway because of our growing facilities. But I grow them in that, and then also if you do have plants that die, If they were to be already in your full-size container, you'd have to go through an inner plant to make sure your product was all the same. But at this point, now I don't have to do that. Most of this stuff shouldn't die from this point on. It should all be okay. So it should be able to survive. So we're going to go ahead and add our soil. And again, this should go fairly quick. You know, you should be able to do one basket every 3 or 4 minutes. Well, maybe every 3 minutes, or it could be quicker if everything's all lined up for you. But there they go in. Okay, make sure my freeboard's fine. Get my tags. Put my tags in, and then I'll show you another hanger. Okay, again, the hanger, we go ahead and bend that at 90. Separate all these out. And then they go in, through, around, and back. In, through, around, and back. And there you go. There's another finished basket. And then right before we're done, we're going to go ahead and trim that sweet potato vine. So make sure that it's all pinched and ready to go. And then that moves down to be tagged with its respective number. And that basket is completed. So there you go. There's a fast forward on planting some of the baskets. And I'll take my time and do things a little bit slower, especially once we get out to the big house and I've got a lot more light and you can see what we're doing a lot better. But as you can see, we really do need to get the planting done. I've got plants that are all grown into one another, and it's really kind of hurting their shape. So they're getting disease issues. As you can see, they really are needing some more fertilizer, but we need to really get them out into our new grow facility so that we can get them all separated and where they need to. But anyway, I hope you learned something. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.